Hi everyone, welcome back to The Lowdown. It's me, Ollie, and today I've got a very special guest here. This man has a few names, Dr. Mike, Zeb, the rock and roll dentist, amongst other things. So ladies and gentlemen, Mike, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me on your podcast, The Lowdown.
You're welcome.
So you understand I drive a van.
I understand you drive a van. Yeah, I thought about this when you were coming here. Now, The Lowdown is not all about cars. We're into anything motoring. Okay, so behind us, we've got your lovely Armstrong bike, which I've spent a bit of time around before, and so have you. So this is the bike you used for Scram Africa?
Yeah. That one took me to the Sahara.
Okay.
It was because it's interesting, before we set off on that, I just booked some time off to do a bit of music. And I booked a couple of weeks off to do some music from work and bumped into Oli and Rowan and Kyle literally the weekend before, and they're like, we're off to Morocco. I was like, sounds amazing. And they're like, somebody's dropped out with COVID. Do you want to come? I was like, all right. So I went and found that bike the next day on Facebook Marketplace, I think it was.
It literally was the next day.
It was literally, Monday. I went down to North Devon.
You were building it and then gave it to us.
Well, yeah, it's only because I had a heart-to-heart with the guy. I'm like, all right, biker to biker, look, I'm going to the desert on this. Anything I need to know about it? And he's like, nah, solid, absolutely solid. So I got it home, went through it, and then the next day took it for a spin, got it hot. And when it was hot, it started pissing oil. I was like, here we go. So it was an engine-out job on the Wednesday night after work, and then an all-nighter Thursday night. It was an O-ring, not a gasket on that. Changed that and then back together and then shipped off on the Friday.
You gave it to us.
Yeah.
We took the bike for you and then you as the rock and roll legend that you are, you flew to meet us there.
Yeah. So that's the only time I've ever had someone holding a plaque up when I was waiting at the airport.
Oh yeah, and it was a random little airport in the middle of Spain.
Yeah.
And that was cool. Well, amongst other things, so Mike is one of the UK's leading dentists, musician, singer, retired.
It failed.
Okay. All-round motoring or especially motorbike adventurer. Yeah, we're going to have a little chat with
failed athlete as well, the mountain biking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not failed, you were pro.
Well, yeah, I didn't win much.
Okay, but at least you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got lots of things to chat to Mike about. And myself and Mike, we've also had some time bonding over the years where we did this Scram Africa trip and we were roomies.
It was an experience,
and we're still chatting, so that must have gone all right.
Yeah.
And
because it's for those that don't know Ollie, he's the way I describe him to others is the attention span of a firework. So on a ship for 3 days in a little room together, we got to know each other well, didn't we?
It was good.
Yeah, it was good. Though.
I had the time of my life. What do you do, Mike? Exactly.
Career-wise, I started out studied dentistry, and then I studied medicine to do maxillofacial surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So I hadn't started the med school side, but I worked in the hospitals for about 4 years. So that was head and neck surgery. And that was, that's an eye-opener on many levels.
Head and neck surgery.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's, I love the work, but it was brutal hours and things like that. And it's not, I hate to say bad things about the NHS, but it's not a great place to work right now.
Okay. And when you say head and neck surgery, just for everyone who's listening and watching, are we talking just in the mouth?
No.
Right. Okay.
So head and neck. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. So it's cool because the work you do is incredible. But then you often see the really dark side of humanity, because most of the stuff a lot of trauma you deal with is what people have done to other people,
Oh,
so
my gosh. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that's that. But all you see sad things like car crashes or that side of it. So it's you don't realize how sort of you compartmentalize all that side of things and that there. But it's like I say, fantastic work. But I used to work like 110-hour weeks, and I was paid for about 50. Yeah. So it was a sad story actually. I lost my best friend to suicide. That was part of why I left the surgery, because I hadn't seen anyone, let alone my buddy. So I thought, bugger that, I'm just going to go back to racing bikes. So, because I used to race bikes when I was younger, mountain bikes. And then I went and raced the Enduro World Series for a couple of years.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I can tell you my first race result was 69th. Don't know why that number sticks in my head. But so raced the Enduro World Series for a couple of years. And then I always did music as a bit of an escape to the surgery and things and that sort of darker side of things.
Yeah.
So at some point I thought I'd put my money where my mouth was and started down the music side of things and invested my own cash to record some songs I'd written and sort of went forward there. And yeah, it did. It definitely failed at it. I did it for about 5 years and it was cool. But it took me some cool places. Things like, a lot of the music side of it. There's so much incredible stuff out there that just never makes the light of day. Not whether mine's incredible or not, but it's and it's
you
a
have
crazy...
a lovely voice.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Because
I know this firsthand because we once we had an impromptu concert at 3,500 feet. Is that right?
Something like that. Yeah.
On the top of the Atlas Mountains, someone gave Mike a guitar, and you played to the locals and played to all the people on the trip.
Yeah.
So I can vouch for you. Yeah,
it's taken me some cool places. I was able to recorded in Rockfield Studios, so not far, sort of Monmouth way, so not far from here. So it's infamously where
my auntie was the cook there.
Was she? Did she meet? Because you've had everyone from Queen there. They did famously Bohemian Rhapsody, Oasis.
She was there during the Oasis times, and she said they were a pair of wrong-uns. Yeah, and they used to have food fights. Yeah, there's a fight with fire extinguishers and things, and there's a little little hut you can kind of stay in and things like that. Yeah, but, she said they were wild.
Yeah,
the Gallagher brothers, but obviously we all know they are. But yeah,
I wasn't rock and roll enough, to be honest. Backstage, rather than beer and that. Oh, that's for a cup of tea,
Brilliant.
It was good, but no, it's interesting though. Actually, just a nice humbling story is the one of the studios where Oasis recorded. There's a corridor outside. They put one of the microphones in there, and it actually picked up some of the bird sounds from outside.
Oh wow!
And it's on the intro to. They left it in for I think it was Wonderwall.
Ah, cool.
Which is funny though, because whenever anyone records now in Rockfield, everyone always puts a microphone out in the same corridor. And sure enough, when I did there, producer and that did the same. But in that corridor, at the end of it, is the toilet.
Right.
And I tell you, it's really not a special toilet. It's not as fancy as Low Classics.
As ours?
Yeah, okay. No, that's quite nice.
Yeah, we put some effort into that. It's
nicer than my house though. Yeah. That's but obviously I used the toilet, and it makes you realize that all these incredible people, they've all got to take a pee. They're all the same as you and I. And so all these rock stars, they're using that same crappy toilet that everyone else is. So it's a cool thing to see, and it's interesting. So I always find, I'm sure you've met lots of people. I've been fortunate to meet lots of great people through sport and music, and you always find the people right at the top. They always very humble. They got a lot of time for you. Yeah. And they tend generally really good people. I always find the people that haven't quite made it, they're the ones that can have a bit of an attitude on that side of it. But,
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Which is cool. So, so music wise, I had some breaks and not so great. And the reason I went back to dentistry is the hard thing with music, it doesn't matter how hard you work, there's an element of luck involved. Whereas dentistry is lovely, as in the harder I work, the more I get paid. Fantastic, love it.
Yeah.
And whereas, because an example of bad luck, I had a gentleman called Mike Smith come to my house, and he's head of Universal Publishing at the time, but he signed everyone from Coldplay to George Ezra and that side of it.
Wow, okay.
And he literally came to me, I was living in Abercrave at the time, Swansea Valleys, and he came to my living room, and I played a set for him, just him in my living room.
Insane.
Which was, and but it just as well, you think, oh, incredible, going somewhere. He's like, yeah, love it. And then the next week, really sadly, and more important than my music, his wife was diagnosed with cancer, and so he took a sideline, and that's that bad luck of, nothing, that's it.
How the universe works. Anywhere. Crazy.
Yeah. So, but like I said, it's incredible, and I still songwrite now just as just for fun and
cathartic as a hobby.
Yeah, and that side. But I don't miss the traveling around, living out of a suitcase and things now, which I've done with the bikes and the music. I'm enjoying my comforts. I'm 40 this year, Ollie. So
are you?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So so that was music. Fortunately, though, because I wasn't good enough at the bikes or the music to earn any proper money.
Yeah.
I always kept dentistry going on the side.
Okay.
And so my experience built on that. And then, the last sort of 5 or 6 years, just been focusing on the teeth. And it's going well.
I take it you had a first car.
Yeah.
And I'd love to know a little bit about that and if there's a story behind it. And was it a good car or a rubbish car? And so, yeah, tell me a bit about that.
Well, staying true to the vans.
Oh, no way. Go on.
It was a van. It was a Ford Courier van. It's like a Fiesta with a box stuck on the back.
Yes, I remember them.
Yeah. That had 69 in the number plate as well. Our 69 JKP.
Okay, so you had a Ford Courier van. Now, I remember these. I've actually owned one of those. Back in the day, really 1.6 diesel.
I think so,
non-turbo.
Just non-turbo. Yeah.
Now, was this for carrying...
That's the thing. It's bikes. It's bikes that go in the back of vans.
Bikes, speakers, guitars.
Yeah. Bikes, guitars, surfboards, that sort of thing. And because I still need a van now because I do most of the mechanicking on my bikes and they break down. That's why I need the van. Hence, I rocked up on this today. It's leaking fuel everywhere. I think it's just
nice to see it again. It's been on steroids by the looks of things. Things have changed.
I mean,
that light wasn't there before.
There's a few extra spots this winter. Depending whether you're speaking to my insurance or not, it might have had the engine swapped out for a flat track race engine.
Yeah, great.
What else did I do? I rewired it this winter. I've got a BMW 650 front brake on it. Yeah. Some Olin shocks, a full stainless exhaust, oversized tank. It goes.
That's great.
It goes. Yeah, no, I'd ride that anywhere. It's.
We're due another trip.
Side. Yeah, absolutely.
So that was your first vehicle.
Yeah.
How old were you?
17.
Yeah. Were you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Failed my driving test first time. All the best.
Did you?
Drivers do, yeah.
Okay.
It was good for me actually because I'm you wouldn't think looking at me, but reasonably smart, and it's the only exam I've ever failed.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the only one I passed.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I remember walking into my driving test, and I got into the car. I looked at the bloke and I said, "I can't wait to pass today." And when I passed, it was like the most important test of my life. Yeah. And I passed it.
I had a Capri not long after that.
Oh no, go on, tell me about that.
Yeah, it was only the 1.6.
Okay.
But
what age are we talking? What shape?
80s, I think it was. Mark II.
Nice, cool car.
Yeah. So, and it was gold with like a yellow pinstripe down the sides. Sort of fake leather interior, checker seats. Like, wow. It was amazing. I got it off my bro, actually.
I wish you still had that.
Yeah. Well, my brother's still got it, actually.
No way.
Yeah. He's got a small holding in a barn with a load of stuff tucked away. Because my bro's a big part of why I'm the petrol head, because he was into his rallying and that side.
Is he older than you?
Yeah, he's a year older.
Okay.
And he's a handy boy. But amongst his many talents, he's handy with the spanners. So he taught me.
What length is his hair?
Oh, he's got it shaved short.
Is he?
Yeah,
okay, opposites.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I got too many scars on my head to shave it.
I don't think the world could handle two of you, could they? Yeah.
So he's got it. He originally bought it, and I bought it off him right after he got 3 points for going sideways around a roundabout in it. He was actually taking me for a test drive, and he's like, "Oh yeah, rear-wheel drive."
He's one of us then.
Yeah,
okay.
And so he even with the 1.6, he managed to get it going sideways, and it was right in front of some police. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I inherited it, and then it's the only car I fell asleep in actually.
What, while driving?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was just because your feet are sort of straight out in front of you and laid back.
Chilled.
And it was like 4-speed box. It wasn't fast.
No.
And I was driving back from school. I was driving back from high school. And bounced up on the grass. Yeah. So only time I've ever fallen.
That's a man who's working really hard
I've driven
in school.
17 hours like back from racing in Italy and things like that. And yeah, I couldn't make it like 30 minutes back from school.
Yeah.
On that side. So I'd say that's the coolest I've had.
So that you've got £100,000 budget.
Right.
Okay. And you can choose any 3 cars, okay, to be bought within that budget, or vehicles, I'm going to say. And then I'm going to ask you the same question for bikes.
Right.
Okay. So dream bikes.
Can we do bikes? We
can just do bikes. If you would rather do that, yeah.
One car I would love is just a Jag XJS.
Would you?
Yeah.
Cool.
And they do, and like the Le Mans, they did a sort of limited run in the 90s.
They're bringing
with the sort of like the fairing on the side and that sort of.
They're doing resto mods of them at the moment. There's a company called TWR who are rebuilding them with a V12 and a manual box.
Yeah.
But they're becoming
I'm fully automatic now. That's the
Are
problem.
you?
Oh,
no.
Yeah. Why would you go manual again?
Oh, I
Unless
think
you
it
can
depends
drive.
on the car.
Like, I can't drive. Like you can drive, you race, and it's funny actually because like I like to know I think I can handle myself. Like 2 wheels, yeah. You know, I've raced all my life on 2 wheels. And you think you can drive as well. Like cars, I'm like, oh yeah, I can drive. And then you go in a car with someone who can actually drive, and you're like, I can't drive. And so like a manual gearbox is completely wasted on me.
Really? I'm surprised.
I like
I'm
to,
surprised.
you know, I like to have my coffee and not put it down, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
When we were in Africa, you and Kyle,
Yeah.
and one of our friends, definitely we need to get him on here.
Yeah.
We're doing some of the smoothest and like so sexy, the riding. Do you remember like we were going all through these sand dunes and so on? The drone was following you guys and you two were crisscrossing all the way. That was proper riding.
Yeah.
And that was on that.
Yeah. It goes better now, like I said, but it was, it's a steady old thing.
No, it was good.
Car wise, I don't know why, I would just love it. And I think I do love older stuff.
Yeah.
Probably because that's about my mechanicking level.
Yeah.
I hate the money you lose on new vehicles, I'll be honest.
On new vehicles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Whereas it's, you know, you can buy something old, which I think is, I just think they're more beautiful. Like,
I'd agree.
And then, and it's an investment as well. You know, you can sit there and you don't even have to drive it and still appreciate it, you know?
Yeah.
Or ride it. So,
so go on then. You got 3 things you can choose. You've got $100,000 budget.
Right.
If it's going to be bikes, so be it. Have you got a dream bike garage?
I need a huge garage. I think that's the problem I'm running into at the minute, Ollie, is I don't have a big garage and there's too many bikes for it, which is why you're trying to sell some for me. A lovely down the camera Harley Davidson for sale there.
Oh yes, it is actually.
Though actually I have done.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I've done a good job at fixing that up actually. 1979 shovel head.
Is there so is there a couple of bikes out there in the world, or there's a 3?
I love stuff with a story, like, you know, something like getting your hands on like Steve McQueen's bike that he jumped, in The Great Escape, where he jumped the fence, that sort of thing. It was, it was dressed up as like an old German bike. Yeah. But it was I think it was a Triumph Trophy, was it? I think. Okay, fine. 6 or something.
Yeah. Okay.
And so. Something like that would be incredible to.
So here's one of your bikes. You've got 2 more to choose from.
2 more. See, I'd love something with racing pedigree.
Would you?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, actually, it's got to fall in $100,000 budget.
What's that? Sorry, it's
got to fall in $100,000 budget. Actually, and actually, so neither of them.
Have you ever been into road bikes, as in like sports bikes? Have you ever been into those?
Yeah,
like in Donya Levers.
It's short-lived.
Was it?
Because I'm an idiot.
I've never been into them.
Yeah,
no, I appreciate them. I like them. I've had to go on them. But I've never owned any myself because I don't trust myself on them.
Yeah, exactly the same. Like I know, because like I said, I've been involved in dirt bikes. So I started off on trials when I was about 10, and I've raced everything from motocross to enduro to mountain bikes and all that side of it. And
there's a new Triumph Scrambler.
Yeah.
Motocross bike. Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's like new. It looks so cool.
Yeah. It is cool. It is cool. And I don't know, because I like going fast. I always knew if I got a fast bike on the road, I'd be an idiot. And so I've always had like old Harleys and like this thing, though, to be honest, this goes pretty well now.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to get a fast bike. And then my brother got a Suzuki GSX 750, a Strad. It's got a big fat ass.
Yeah,
like
I know
sort
the bike.
Of 90s.
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh, all right, I'll get one then. So I ended up with an Aprilia RSV Mille.
Oh, did you? That's a very fast bike.
Yeah, it was like the last of the like truly raw bikes where there's no ABS, no traction control. Yeah. So you just got 1,000cc.
1,000cc. Yeah.
With nothing, no sort of safety nets. And so,
wow.
And sure enough, first ride out, I was an absolute idiot.
No.
Like,
didn't crash it?
No.
Oh,
so I did a few track days on it and then sold it. And I'd get a track bike. Yeah. But I just absolutely nothing for the road. I cannot be trusted. All right. On that side of it. But though I do love it. So something like that sort of era. I went for the Aprilia rather than the Ducatis, sort of the 916.
I love them.
It's made for little Italians, and I'm 6'2".
Yeah, same.
And
I like a VFR, the Hondas. Yeah, with the twin round lights. Yeah, and again, I'm way too big for them.
Yeah.
They did a Matrix version of the Ducati. Yeah. Have you ever seen it?
No.
So it's from the Matrix movie. Yeah. There's a British racing green kind of color with gold wheels. And I don't know how many were made. There's not many of them made. But if I was going to have one of those Ducatis, that's the one I'd have. Yeah. Green instead of red. It's so cool.
To be honest, I would like a Ducati like that because it's something that you can just look at as well. You don't even have to
work
ride
of
it,
art.
but to actually ride it, I'm just too big for it.
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
And that's where the Aprilia was a bit bigger
I
on that side.
For me, if I was choosing 3 bikes, I'd have to have an adventure bike of some sorts.
Yeah.
You know, like the type we've all been on, way on, and all the rest to. Like I had an Africa Twin before.
Yeah.
I'd have to have something like that, like the latest version of whatever is the best one.
Yeah.
That would be after one for me as well, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this would be in the lineup. This bike I can't ever sell. It's
Have you fallen for it?
Yeah, it's coming. That is the one keeper that is for life. So I've literally oh no, Caitlin's going to watch this.
Oh,
I can't tell you.
No, don't tell us.
I might have already got like a donor bike with all the spares, you know.
Oh, perfect.
So
okay.
yeah, I got double of everything.
Every time Mike goes to America, he comes back with a motorbike.
Well, no, this was the time. Caitlin went to America, and I bought it and stripped it before she'd.
Oh, brilliant!
Before she knew anything about it, she knows all about it now. Sorry, I love you.
Hey, what in your mind is the best motoring adventure? Bikes, cars, whatever it may be. What's the best adventure you've ever been on so far?
Had an awesome mountain bike trip actually, which was it was when I was a uni student. And my buddy Dan and I just loaded bikes into the van.
Yep.
And then just set off around Europe for a few weeks with just the mountain bikes, stopping at different spots and that side of it. And that was, I think, of all the trips, like I've done everything from, you know, like I said, racing the World Series, like racing at volcanoes and things like that to, whereas actually that just a fun trip with good mates was mountain bike trip. I think motoring trip, the Scram Africa definitely was, that was like a,
I was up there, wasn't it?
I remember having sort of like an epiphany in the desert sort of thing where you just, and so genuinely it was mentally a big breakthrough actually, just putting yourself through that. Cause it was tough actually.
I needed that trip.
Yeah.
When we went on it, I needed the break and I needed to go and do something like that.
Yeah.
And riding in the sand for 12 hours a day will certainly clear
it
your head a bit.
Yeah. And like I said, and after the first day when things have stopped falling off that from putting it together at 4 a.m.
Oh yeah, you were fixing it on the ferry as well.
Yeah,
do you remember that?
Literally, because I'd done the all-nighter.
They let you go downstairs and work on it. Yeah, you were the only person down below deck.
Yeah, had to. I
remember that.
Had to speak nicely and bribe the security to let me go down because it's funny because I thought he was just joking, but they have the fuel sensors and things on the deck, and I think the boot on the carb had split.
When we say ferry, this was no ordinary ferry.
No,
this was not P&O. This was
we were fortunate with our room that we didn't have bed bugs, weren't we?
But there was, when we got onto this ferry and we went into our rooms, all of the doors for the rooms were either forced open, smashed open, missing, and you literally slept with one eye open, looking around. Do you remember that?
Yeah. It was
that was a wild ferry, and there was people on the ferry carrying goats, chicken, cats on leads, but there was chickens being carried onto the ferry and ducks,
and just the vehicles like loaded up, like there were vans completely sumped out.
That to me,
because the roofs was piled full of stuff.
It was all part of the adventure.
Yeah.
Because so this ferry was from Sete or Sete?
Yeah, I think so. It's because Spain had fallen out with Morocco, hadn't they, over COVID or something like that. Yeah. And so we couldn't go from Spain.
So we had to ride from Barcelona up to Sete in France, and then we got the ferry to Africa from there. Yeah. And this was like no other ferry I've ever been on.
It was like 3 days on it, wasn't it? 2 nights, wasn't it?
2 nights on the wild ferry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget it was 2 nights. Yeah. Class. There's a good photo of us I'll put up. There's a photo, it looks like a band album cover of us sat outside, all having a beer, looking at the view. But anyway.
Yeah, well, you know what's nice? You know what's refreshing about it, though? Obviously, because there's absolutely no signal or anything. So you just had to leave your phone alone, media, and we just had to rely on things like conversation. And
which I didn't have a problem with.
Yeah. So that was refreshing in that sense, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good.
And so I set off like some alarm or something with the fuel. When I dropped the carb, it picked up the fumes from the fuel, and the guy on the radio had to kind of pretend that it was all good and that sort of thing to fix that. But hell of a trip. I think just fixing the bikes and ploughing on and falling off them and that side.
Falling off them?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. I've got a lovely video of you in your boxes and some crutches.
Don't do this.
Lovely set of pins Ollie has on him. Yeah.
Oh God, there wasn't much meat on the bones back then. Yeah. The other thing was where I had rolled my bike, and I got my chest got strapped up. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And then at the breakfast table,
Hey,
that
you hit
lady
yourself,
kept on.
did you, Ollie? I didn't.
What's
did,
that? Sorry?
Did you hit yourself? I don't remember you saying.
A little bit, yeah. And that lady kept on it was an Egyptian nurse or a doctor, and she kept on rubbing ibuprofen into my man breasts. And oh god,
Pecs.
I should never have done that.
Steel
Then he's not going to
pecs.
edit that out. But anyway, yeah, do you remember like we were at breakfast and stuff, and she was doing that?
Yeah,
and you lot for filming me.
No, Ollie, we'd always have your best interest at heart.
I know, it was funny.
Like that. But yeah, that was some adventure. So
I got wheeled into dinner in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? You all stood up and clapped.
Yeah, it's like I'd love to do. Like I said, there's lots of things I'd like to do. I'd love to do like a North American trip. I'd love to do Mongolia.
Oh yeah,
and that side. And there's loads of cool stuff you can do around here. Kyle and I went the other week with a couple of others with just some hammocks on the back and did some of the Tet.
Oh, nice.
Which is anyone who doesn't know, it's a Trans-European Trail. Which is cool.
Yeah. The one of the things I like about motorbikes and the motorbike adventures is the fact you actually do switch off and you go into a different place, because when you're riding on your bike, you're not on your mobile phone.
Yeah.
And all this kind of stuff, and you're concentrating on riding and not crashing, and
Yeah.
But I reckon you see a lot more of a country.
Yeah.
Or you feel a lot more as a traveler when you're on a motorbike.
I think that's my love for it over traveling in the car.
Yeah.
Is you don't have the box around you, restricting between you and the environment.
100%.
It's completely unrestricted, and I feel like you take in the surrounding a lot different on a motorbike than you do in a car.
Yeah.
On that side, so it's maybe convertible or just something that's got no windscreen or whatever. But
there's something about it on a bike.
I think it's just that unrestricted 360. There's just nothing there.
And the fact over there, we could pretty much go where we want.
Yeah.
It was free for all really on some of the trails and what we were riding on,
Yeah. Yeah.
That was good. Okay. So next question. You're into music. And so I am interested to know, what are you listening to right now? And what's your go-to song for either in the car or on the bike? What's your go-to traveling song? So,
confession, I mean, the music I listen to most at the minute is country.
Ah, that's all right.
Well, so going back to the dentistry, I find the highs aren't too high and the lows aren't too low. So my first year as a dentist, I've been a dentist 16 years now.
Have you?
And my first year as a dentist, I was working down in Swanage, which is a little seaside town.
Yeah, I know it.
So there's a lot of more senior clients, we should say. And I had some lovely, sweet little old dear, as my wife would say, Mimo, because she's American.
Yeah.
Which I think is a really cool term.
Nice.
It's your grand's called you Mimo.
Mimo.
Yeah. And so I had a sweet little old Mimo in the chair. And it was the year when they were making Rage Against the Machine #1 for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
So it's cool. I love Rage Against the Machine, but then I've got a lovely trying to be calm and not say triggering words, and then down, now. I won't do what you tell me. And I'm like, this is not the vibe for a dental surgery. So
did it come up and play on the radio then?
Well, yeah, no, it came up on the radio because they were making it #1 for Christmas. So it was on Radio 1. I think I had Radio 1 on, and so as much as I love Rage Against the Machine, it wasn't the vibe. So it's country music is just bang in the middle.
Okay. And you're into that at the moment?
Yeah, it's I do a bit of songwriting, easy songs to write. My music's more sort of rocky, bluesy type vibe, but on that side. So country.
Okay.
Is probably I listen to the
Give
most
me a name.
of.
Who's if you had to pick an artist at the moment that you're into?
There's loads of cool stuff. Like actually more into, like, a cool dude is like Coulter Wall. Have you heard of him?
I haven't, no.
No, he's it's really cool. Like, speaking of podcasts, like he's that cool. He turned down like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's busting to get him on the podcast, and he's just like, he doesn't care about the fame.
No,
he's just like, nah, it's just the music. And he's a young dude, but he sounds like an old man.
Okay.
So that would be a cool one to check out on that side.
Say his name again.
Coulter Wall.
Cold to Wall. Okay, there's
Yeah.
one guy
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
insane on the guitar with like, I think this is going to be a general description. He's got a beard, he wears a baseball cap, but they all do.
Yeah,
But I'm trying to think who he is, but he's
an
an insane musician.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who that is. There's
But,
there's a really good one. I don't know if you know. In Hey on Why,
Yeah.
there's a band called Outpost Drive,
Right. No, I haven't.
country and western. It's a lady
Yeah.
from Alabama,
Yeah.
met a guy from Hey on Why.
Yeah.
They got married
Yeah.
and they do music together.
Amazing.
That's one for you to check out. They're really talented.
I did some songwriting down in Alabama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with a dude called JP Smith from a band called the Civil Wars.
Okay.
That's
cool.
Was,
Have you been then? You've been to Alabama?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I met my wife in Nashville.
Oh, cool.
And
Congratulations, by the way, because that's
yeah.
all quite new.
yeah, it is. That was about 5 years ago now, and I convinced her that Newport was better than Nashville. So
How on earth did you do that?
yeah, well, it took some lessons from you, Ollie, didn't I?
God, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I'm that good. I don't think I could do that.
But
Oh.
yeah, so on
Mobile, Alabama. That's where that band's from.
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, cool. And then as far as I think song, certainly for driving and just iconic, it would have to be Eric Clapton, Layla, but unplugged.
Ooh, nice.
So the acoustic version.
Yeah, great song.
It's just beautiful.
Ah,
It
good.
hits on so many levels.
Okay, I think that's a nice way to round it up.
Oh.
So, Mike, thank you very much.
No, thank you
really
for
interesting
having me.
chat. And yeah, if anyone needs their teeth done or to go on a motorbike adventure, Mike's the man.
Yeah, or just life lessons on what not to do and all that
Hey,
side,
I
yeah.
don't know about that. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you ever so much, everyone. And yeah, look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Thank you.